Nice simple landing here for a change. Just pull everything up. Awesome. At the end of part 2, you will find me here, and I'll be heading to here or here. Wait until you see how long it takes. All right, it is 9:40. Got everything ready to go. Got the pack on my back. Very buggy portage seems to be, probably because of the swamp. Skies are looking dark, but oh well. Gonna be on portages for the next little bit, I think. Looks like maybe a kilometer or so of paddling between here and the next portage. Not sure why there's a sign in the middle of the portage. That's a little bit concerning. Maybe, I don't know. That's weird. Not sure where I go here. I'm guessing this way. Oh, that's probably why. Because you could probably go that way. People do, so have to make sure to take that cut off. And a little bit of boulder gardens here. They're always fun when it's wet, especially. Not too bad. Well, it's not like that one yesterday. Oh my gosh. At the end of that portage. That was ridiculous. All right, it's been 6 minutes and just getting a glimpse of the water ahead. So that's good. Seems to be fairly accurate. Well, that's good. Oh, we got some fun exit trail here. What the Sucky Muck looks like. Get on one of those rocks and then I just stop. Sometimes this time of year, the Sucky Muck is not sucky. Moose or something has been through here and it sank because it's really heavy. Not sinking too much. Whoa. Too soon. Stay off to the side. Okay. Both feet down and knocked me right over. Okay, out. Not much. Let's give me any leverage. No. Okay, there we go. Oh, I spoke too soon. Went down real good in there. Okay, I think I'm just gonna try to make a trail here through the alder bushes. But it doesn't look that great either. What I try to do when I'm walking in these is I do like a fan with my foot, like this. So I'm actually walking on the bushes and not stepping in some crazy random holes. I can do it. Okay, I'm gonna put the phone away. I just got this much left. Hopefully it's not that bad. I'm gonna try to walk off onto the right side here a bit. I was right on schedule till I hit that Sucky Muck swamp. I don't know if you can see the portage sign down there. It's a bit of a slog, but made it through. I only fell in that one time, but I just walked super careful through the alder bushes and seemed to be fine. Just have to watch where I step when I'm carrying the canoe. It's like 9:55 now. I thought I'd be out of here by 10 both ways, but that's not happening. At the end of the trail, there's a side trail that takes you away from the swampy Sucky Muck area. You could put in here. I mean, I could have stopped way back here and put in, but it's all Sucky Muck and it's super shallow, and it would take me forever to either hump a lump or pull the paddle apart and push myself through there. Because it's Sucky Muck, you can't really get a grip on the ground to push you up and over. Oh, I'm definitely not gonna, I don't think I'm gonna be able to take this trail with the canoe. Oh yeah, it should be okay. It's just a little closed in. guess you can walk here. And then you come out. There's a bunch of different options, and you never know if there are trails that look if this is the actual trail or if this is what like the moose or the deer or whatever have made coming through here. There's the sign, so this is probably where you normally get off. This is probably all water, but usually, but it's not now. All right, 10 minutes later, I got the canoe here. Easy peasy. That side trail was a little tight in a couple spots with the canoe, but it's already got scratches on it. So, all right, it's 10:20. Got the canoe all packed up and ready to go. Paddle through to the next portage over there. I don't know if you can see it on here, but it's there somewhere. Another fun access here. But portage is clearly marked and I know where I'm going, and that's all that really matters. It's 10:40. I did not get the canoe ready. Just grabbed the pack and pulled the boat up a bit. And I'm gonna go see what this portage is all about. My topo map, this is the one that just shows there's one portage. And on the Mississagi map, it shows there's two. So, we'll see how that goes. Right off the hop, I see some swampland coming up. Hopefully it's not too sucky muck. This is what I figure is probably going to be in between these two, if there are two portages. Some type of a swamp in the middle. There was a portage I did last year in Temagami that had a little bit of a lake in the middle of it, small pond, and I had to paddle through it. All right, let's see what this stuff is like. It's making some schmucky noises, but so far it's not too bad. The last time I said that, I sunk immediately after, so I'm not gonna be too cocky. Up to there, looks like. So I'm gonna put the phone down. And my feet are covered in mud, but I only sunk a couple of spots. And then at the end, there's some water. So I was kind of jumping from log to log. And I don't trust my footing, obviously, because the logs are wet. So I have to put out my hands. And then that pushes my whole body forward really quickly because I got the pack on. It's heavy, so kind of gives me this forward inertia and I can't stop myself. If it was just me, or probably me carrying the canoe even, would be a bit better. Oh, look at this tree. It's massive. Okay, the reason I thought of it to look up was because of this big one lying along the trail here. And it goes on for quite some time. You can see it there. Beautiful. Okay, on with the show. All right, so it's 10:49. Left at 10:40. And I'm gonna take a really big good guess here and say that this is the bit of paddling that I was supposed to be doing in between the two portages. There's a little bit of water there, a small lake. But the trail goes off to the side. So I'm assuming I'm doing a big one portage and not two. However, you never know. Oh, it's 11:02. I walked for 20 minutes. I decided to put the pack down here. There's a nice big high boulder so I don't have to like lift it right from the ground. I think I have a couple hundred meters to go according to the GPS. It doesn't really say, but just by the picture. So I'm gonna go get the canoe. I was getting tired with just the pack on, so I know that carrying the canoe for 20 minutes is gonna be a bit for me because I haven't done that in a while. I was just thinking as I was walking that if this is the only one portage because it's been put together. First of all, I was like, oh, it's 800 and I don't know what it is, 810 or something, and a 340. So I'm like, okay, well, maybe like it'll be like 1,200 meters. But I forgot to add in the part where I didn't paddle. So that would have made it like maybe 1,400 or 1,500 or maybe even more. I'm not sure. I just know it's a really long portage, but after this, I don't have any portages for the next 2 days. So just gonna walk along and take a look at these big, huge trees. Gorgeous old growth forest here, and admire some of that, and just kind of dawdle back to the boat and pick it up and then go back again, and hopefully I'll be done soon. Yeah, so there's a few sections like this. It's a little bit of sucky muck in it, but it's more like a muskeg, and it's not too bad. You can also walk along on the side, which is what I did coming through, and with the pack on and heavier, so it's easier for me to sink. All right, it's 20 after 11. I've made it back to the canoe, and still have to prepare it for portaging. Oh my God. 11:57. Just made it with the canoe. I decided to go all the way because I fell in that sucky muck again with the canoe this time. So my leg was in pretty deep, couldn't get it out, so I just put the canoe down, pulled out my leg, crawled along the canoe, and got it the rest of the way. And then there was another section that was really bad, where I fell. And then the yoke came off. I didn't screw it on tight enough on the one side when the clasp wasn't in. So it took me 33 minutes from one end to the other. So I would say maybe 1,500 meters. It might not be quite as long because I did stop a few times. All right, it's 12 o'clock. Heading back for the pack. According to my phone, I took a picture when I walked by the pack, and it was 11:48, and I got to the end of the portage at 11:57. So I'm about 10 minutes away, which is about 500 meters. Might be a little bit less because I had the canoe, and I tend to move a little bit slower with the canoe. And also I had that issue with the yoke, which caused me a little bit of time. This is interesting too. I wasn't even sure that this was the way through. Look at how thick this is. So I thought I was done when I got here to this opening. See the trail tape on the tree? And I look out and I'm like, my biggest fear, right? There's no water. I'm like, there's no water. So this actually looks pretty bad, but it's not too sucky mucky at all. There's just rocks in between, and it's not too bad. I don't know what's happening here. I see the trail tape here. I remember going around that rock. I think I came through this way, which is weird. Maybe there was an alternate path and I just jumped on it. All right, I found it. It was too far over. I was on the right track, and then for some reason I went left, and I shouldn't have. Should be able to see the trail marker, right? And I was like, I could see it easily, and I was over that way. So it was behind, like it was on the back of the tree, almost. Like, I was like, no, this can't be right. Anyways, always an adventure, even when you know where you're going. So just after I passed the pack, I saw this. I was like, oh no, here we go again. But it actually wasn't too bad. I went through this already with the canoe. All right, it's 20 after 12. I have made it with all of my things, and I'm not injured, and I'm a happy girl. All right, here we go. Well, just as I've started paddling through bark, the rain has begun again. It's just spitting right now. The wind is not technically a tailwind. It's coming from my back left corner, like it was yesterday when I was on big trout, but it's almost, I don't want to say it's non-existent, but it's pretty low. I'm tired. I'm traveling for almost 5 hours now, and I'm on the lake that I'm hoping to stay on, so I'm in good shape. I'm just coming up to the first visible campsite on the map on the north end of Lower Bark Lake. This area, after I pass this campsite, I will be going into a more narrow area and have a little bit less than 2 kilometers to get to the 2 campsites I'm looking to check out. I guess this is it here. No campsite sign or anything, it just looks like some of the ground has been cleared. Alright, so I believe I'm heading straight ahead. It's hard to see, but I think that's where the opening is. Well, it's 1:15 and I'm just moving along here nice and quietly and peacefully. A couple little wind gusts here and there, but nothing too crazy, and everything's going great. I just entered the narrow waterway in between Lower Bark and Middle Bark, and everything's pretty quiet here. I was just checking the map from the book that I was sent, and it shows 2 campsites in that spot that I just passed. One in the corner and one on the point, and there wasn't even really barely 1 campsite there, so I'm a little bit worried about these next 2 and if one of them's going to be there or not. They're both drawn on my map, and they're both from the book, not on the Mississagi map. So hopefully the one that I'm aiming for is there, and it's absolutely spectacular. I'm really looking to get wowed by a campsite. If not, there is another one about 2 kilometers away in Middle Bark that I can check out, but I don't really love the location of it, but you never know, it might be an amazing site. A little bit of a different landscape coming in here, which is nice. I'm not talking about the grass is sticking out of the water, but the nice rock formation in front there. It's really pretty. It's nice. It's so dark on my phone, but it's not really that dark out here. I'm guessing it's not going to be a beach campsite by the looks of these rocks coming up. The wind has picked up a bit more in the last 15-20 minutes. Had a few rollers, no whitecaps yet. As I say it, there's just a couple up ahead there. But, still making okay time. Well, this is where the 1 campsite is supposed to be, the one on the left side that I've been hoping was amazing. I haven't seen the actual campsite yet, or if there is one. On the other side, there's just like a sloping rock, a very small sloping rock, and I can see somebody's made like a fire pit with some rocks. There's not much to that either. I don't really want to paddle on to do another 2 kilometers. I'm really tired. The winds have been up and down. It's been raining on and off, and just kind of pooched. But I am planning to stay at this campsite for 2 nights, so I want it to be awesome. Nope. Okay, let's take a look. Isn't a bad place to land the canoe. There's some nice shallow rocks here. I like those. I really like the look of the campsite that I was already on the first night. How it was, wow, it's all blueberry bushes. And there's no blueberries. Thought it was like open here, but it's not. And it's not flat either. It's a little cove there. Nothing good so far. Yeah, like if it was like this a little bit more up here, I could make something out of it, you know. But it's all blueberry bushes. There's no open spots and no flat spots. Even if this was blueberry bushes and it was flat, I could put my tent here and set up the bug shelter or something, but I can't do much with this at all. It's just too uneven. All right. I guess I'm gonna keep paddling. I'm not feeling it, but hopefully it goes by quick. Well, that campsite that's over about 2 kilometers away behind the island, on that island, it says that there is a cottage, or I know that there's a lodge on this lake, so I don't know what it is, just a big black square. It's the only thing marked. No campsites marked anywhere. This is on the topo map. So I thought it would be worth it for me to take a minute to, oh wow, there's a storm coming. I thought it'd be worth it to take a minute to check out this one on the other point. And I saw this kind of rock jutting out a little bit further down from where the campsite is supposed to be. That looked interesting, so I thought I'd just come check it out. There's a wall of rain coming at me. The wind just picked up like crazy. Just like that storm that came in yesterday. It was just a passing shower. Everything was white there for a minute and it just started pouring. And I just pulled off here and I just pulled the boat up. And put a garbage bag in the side pocket of my backpack, so I just put that on there. At least it's not going to get soaked, but it's already pretty wet. This one's pretty wet too. Take a look here. I don't think there's going to be anything to see, but I thought, you know what, I'm here. Maybe it'll be okay. Maybe I can, you know, make do. So there's a path that goes to nowhere. Yeah, there's really nothing here. I might have to go to that other campsite. So there's like the fire pit, I guess. And that's pretty much it for the traveling I've done and the portages I've done today. I feel like I've earned something a little bit better than this. And this is just useless. This is all slanted. And there's nothing here. There's nowhere to put a tent. Nothing. So, I'm back on the water. I don't want to go, but I don't have a choice. I'm getting pretty hangry. Just at the bottom of the island, about to turn up to go to where the campsite hopefully is. Hopefully there's one there after all this. If there's no campsite there, I don't know what I'm gonna do. Probably have to go back to that place that I docked the boat, not the last one, the second last one, and just put my tent on the blueberry bushes there. I don't know. But in the meantime, I am starting to feel really crappy. Haven't eaten. So I pulled out my wrap. I've got salami prosciutto with some hahamu. And I'm going to snack on that while I'm paddling. Just kind of got a little bit of a reprieve here from Mother Nature. It was just pouring again. And the wind was crazy. And then it stopped and it stopped raining. But there's lots more dark clouds on the way. think this is probably going to be the theme of today, although I do see a nice blue patch of sky right here, but I think that's not coming this way. Well, it's 20 after 3. Finally got a little mirror water here in behind this island. It's not gonna last, there's ripples up ahead, but I actually thought I'd be getting poured on right now. Here it comes. I saw the rain cloud coming and I'm like, oh, I'm gonna get rained on any minute. I think the campsite is in my view, if that's the campsite up at the point. And it is just starting to rain again. I need my wrap before it gets soggy. Well, I think this might be it, but no indication that it's a campsite yet. Oh, yeah, I see a couple of rocks there on the front where might be a fire pit made. Oh, I hope there's just like a nice flat spot for my tent so I can have a good sleep. Just recently started hearing a speedboat. It could also be a plane though, float plane. Can't tell yet. And there's a cabin right there. Could be gray owls, I don't know. No, it looks like there's canoes and boats there. All right, well, this was a nice landing for the canoe. I don't have it tied to anything yet, but it's sitting in a little rock pool all by itself. And I grabbed the food bag and my backpack and brought it all up this Yuki Hill in one shot. So I don't have to go back down there. Fire pit. Give you the big tour. Fire pit. Maybe tent pad area. Maybe tent pad area. Maybe bug shelter. And that's it. All right, well, it's about 4:15. See a little bit of sunshine out. I don't know how, but the sun is actually gonna set over here somewhere behind me and I'm not gonna see it, which kind of sucks. But I don't even know if there'll be one, so who knows. When I got to camp, I filmed that last video and then I started unpacking stuff and it started raining again. I looked over the lake and just really black, dark clouds everywhere. So I thought, okay, I'm gonna set up the bug shelter. So I did that and I'm sitting in it and I just threw all my crap in here. I just set up my chair and I'm just sitting here. I just need to sit for a little while and kind of decompress. It's been such a long day. 8 hours of tripping pretty much. And I'm just wiped. I just wanted to take off my socks and stuff because they're wet and I'm feeling a little chilled. And there's a line of dirt at the top of it and then there's this big huge bruise and I'm pretty sure I've got a whopper right here from when I wiped it with the canoe. But so that was so funny. It's like there's actually a line of dirt at the top of the sock. What's for dinner? I am having OTG meals, coconut curry chicken. I just had this on my Canada Day trip and I loved it. And this is the other half. And I just boiled some water. I'm not sure if I have enough or too much, but I just boiled some water and I'm gonna pour it in here. And I'm gonna wait 12 to 15 minutes. I've got it in a freezer bag, so hopefully it doesn't melt on me. I don't think it should, but you never know. It was so good, and I'm like going through my meals, and I'm like, ravioli, yeah, that sounds good. And I'm like, shepherd's pie, oh, that sounds good. But it says less than half on it, and I want a really big meal today. I'm really hungry. I just sat here and ate this. I was delighted. Whenever I go on a trip, I put all these things in there, and then if I don't eat them, then I take them back out and I put them in a spot. And these were already open, so I grabbed them, and today, when I went to eat them, there was chocolate chips and marshmallows in them. I must have, like, I don't know, had leftover from one of those dessert wraps, and I threw it in there, and I didn't know it was from like another trip, probably last year, but I tried a handful, and then I just kept eating them and eating them and eating them. I was like, oh, I'm so hungry. It just feels like my body has this hole, like I just used all this energy and I need to replace all this stuff. So anyways, that's what that looks like in a clear bag. This is OTG Meals coconut curry chicken, and I split these. If you don't know, or you're new to my channel, I split my meals usually in half because they're too big for me to eat all at once. And this is the second half. The other half I had on my Canada trip. So I'm going to go set my timer, and I'll be back. Yum. I'm so tired. I know I keep saying that. I'm sorry. I don't mean to complain. I'm just so tired. Got a Palm Bay going. It's almost done. I opened it at like 4 o'clock, 4:15. I got a ginger tea here. My food is ready. My timer went off a couple minutes ago, like 5 minutes ago, and I was putting some stuff away in the tent. So it's ready. If you didn't see it on my Canada video, this is what it looks like. I don't want to dump it or anything. It's really, really, really yummy. It's got a little kick to it, but I really enjoyed it, and a kick for me. I don't eat black pepper, so for most people, it's probably just flavorful. They probably have to add hot sauce, but for me, it's got a kick, and I like it just a little. Oh, it's so good. All right, I'm going to eat. Goodbye. Blue sky is kind of coming up over here. Dark, 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 dark. I brought stuff for dessert wraps. I have peanut butter chips and chocolate chips. I don't feel like making a fire. I just can't be bothered today. There's some wood here and stuff, but it's just too wet, and then like it just keeps raining. Now, the last time was about half an hour ago. It's been a while actually, but it just keeps coming. It rains, and then it stops, and then the sun comes out, and then it gets cloudy, and it's windy, and then it rains again. So I'm not going to bother. I'm very comfortable. I'm just sitting here relaxing and making my little homemade peanut butter cups. So what have I been doing? Well, I've been working on my map. What I usually do every night, at some point, it's usually when I'm in bed, so I'm ahead of the game today. I write down little notes. So like for the campsite, I put small, but okay, could fit 2 tents, flat rock pool access. And then I wrote about today that from Long Lake to here, it took me 7.5 hours. And I wrote that the portage is a combined one in the last one. The last one that I did, or the last 2 that I did, and it was approximately 1,500 meters. And that it's going to take me 10.5 kilometers-ish to paddle from here down to the island campsite on the southern part of the lake. So that's not going to take long. I mean, worst case scenario, I leave here at 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Like, I get there at 12, 11. Like, I have all day there. And then I'm going to stay 2 nights if it's a nice site. And then the next day I'll move on to go back through the river. I got 4 portages, and they're all just sticks, and I don't know anything about them. So should be interesting. But and then I'm going to stay on Popare another night and then go out. So I still have lots of trip left. It's been too long since it rained, so it had to start again. I just put like the last of the stuff in the tent, the backpack, and a few other things I had. So just have my camping purse now, my battery charger. I gotta put the bear vault away, and the chair. And if it stops raining again, I might put the bug shelter away before I go to bed, but that will depend on the weather. Well, I'm still digging, but I have to say this is one of my favorites. There was a dip in the land, so I put a dead log there, and then I put this one over top. I got it just, it's nice and smooth. I usually bring my white placemats or my J-cloth and just kind of lay it down, or maybe a towel. And then I even got a little handle here to hold on to. It's pretty nice, super fancy. Yeah, I did a thing. I had it going earlier and then it started raining a lot and it kind of went out. It needed some more attention. And the whole time it was raining, it was smoking, so it was still trying. And all I did was put just one fire stick in there, just a little cube. And I thought, if it goes, it goes. I'll sit here for a bit. And it went. So I'm just gonna sit here for a bit. I can't sit still. I'm just bad for relaxing. Well, it's 9:15 and it's raining again. I was going to take the bug shelter down because I want to leave like fairly early in the morning, or like whenever I get up. I just want to kind of pack up and go. And it had just almost dried and now it's raining again. So I'm just gonna leave it up. I don't know if it's gonna be totally crappy tomorrow, then I might just stay here until the weather clears. I just sit here for a little while longer, listen to my audiobook, and then I'm gonna head to bed very soon. It's just going on 10 o'clock and I am comfy cozy in my bed. I have my tights on and my rain pants. I probably should take off a layer because I'll probably get hot, but I'd rather be too hot than too cold. Anyways, really good day, very, very long day, very exhausting day. I've really been pretty much out of it since I got here, but I've tried to relax. I did a bit, to the best of my ability. And, you know, I refrained from taking the bug shelter down, putting the chair away. I usually do all that stuff at night before I go to bed, but then I go to bed later. So I think I'm going to go to bed earlier and probably wake up earlier. I'm leaving it up. I'm going to bed. I will see you tomorrow. Good night. Thanks so much for watching. If you like what you saw, please click the subscribe button. Also click the bell for notifications. If you'd like to get more information on the stuff I use on my trips, please check out my website at CamperChristina.com. Thanks. Bye.